When a football player celebrates after a touchdown, his celebrations can be pretty showy these days. Some players might even be penalized for excessive celebration. The term for that is grandstanding. It's all harmless enough, and sometimes it can even be funny to watch. But when it comes to piety toward God, showiness is not only unacceptable, but Jesus will show us that it creates a disconnect between us and God. Grandstanding turns good works into hypocrisy. Matthew chapter 6 starts off with instructions on how not to be like the hypocrites. He begins with a general instruction, beware. And if you fail to beware, the instruction comes with a warning. You will receive no reward from your Father in heaven. At the root of this teaching is a simple fact that although people may respond favorably to what my mom called showing off, God has no appreciation for it whatever. And neither will true disciples of Jesus have any appreciation for it. And so Jesus called out the hypocrites' behaviors and used them as examples of what not to do. First, don't draw attention to yourself. Or as Jesus said graphically, don't blow trumpets before you give to the poor. Second, whenever possible, do what you do in secret. Or as Jesus said, don't even let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. That's pretty secretive. Doing good deeds in secret strips the giver of all possibility of doing the right thing for the wrong reason. Third, examine your own motives carefully. Or as he put it, they love to stand and pray in the assemblies and on the street corner. If you ever find that you enjoy the attention of being in front of the congregation, or if doing good for others becomes a source of attention grabbing, you have lost your standing in the eyes of Christ, who did nothing out of pretense. Fourth, do not use excessive language to try to impress. Jesus taught the disciples to speak in few, simple words with deep meaning because, as he said, your Father knows what you need before you ask him. Solomon put us in perspective with God. Do not let your heart be hasty to utter a word before God, for God is in heaven and you are on earth. Therefore, let your words be few. So forget about grandstanding. In fact, forget about yourself altogether. Serve God and other people with a pure heart, untainted by pride. You may find that you become fruitful in his kingdom. Once again, as in all the kingdom of heaven, by taking a back seat, God elevates us in his own standing, and that's the only standing that matters. That was just almost